Hey, this is Clint from CT Mad Mods, and today I'm welding a truss on the front axle of a Samurai. First things first, I'm gonna get it up off the ground. That should make it easier for me to weld underneath here. I bought this kit off of Low Range Off-Road. It's the SAX FGKS kit. It comes with a couple of these little gussets and this weld-on truss. So we're gonna see how this works out. Sorry about the airplanes, we got a lot of them around here. It's pretty simple. All you got to do is just put that on there, weld her on. And these guys go in there somewhere like that. Just weld them in. I'm gonna get my welder and everything set up, and I'm gonna start welding on this sucker. Nothing special here. I have a Harbor Freight Chicago Electric flux core welder. All right, I'm just gonna take a marker and mark where this truss is on the axle. And then I'm gonna take a sanding disc and I'm gonna sand this where the marks are on the axle. All right, I'm gonna sand along this line with my flapper disc. Safety first. Okay, now that I have it sanded, I'm gonna weld her up. All right, I got some paint through primer. I'm gonna hit that with some paint through primer, and I'm gonna paint the inside of that gusset or that truss. And that way it won't rust inside. Here's the weld through coating that I'm gonna put on. It's made by 3M, and it's just some spray paint, and you can weld through it. And after I'm done, I'm gonna paint that sucker in acrylic enamel black, matte black. No real reason why I'm picking the paint that I have. Had it laying around, so. Let me get this thing tacked up and we'll start welding on her. All right, we'll let that dry for a little while. All right, while we let that dry, I'm gonna paint the inside of this truss. That primer's all dried up, so I'm gonna throw my truss on top of this, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack it like every couple of inches, like every 2 inches. I don't wanna heat this thing up and bend the housing, so I'm really gonna take my time on this. Probably won't show a whole lot of me welding, but I just wanted to show you guys that I was doing it today, and basically this is what I got going on today, so figured I would share. But putting that truss on, so I'll bring you back here in a minute. I had to shut that big door because, well, a couple of reasons. I don't want all the backlight on my welding hood while I'm welding, because it like throws a shadow inside there and you can't really see. The other reason is because I don't like people sneaking up on me while I'm welding, you know what I'm saying? Trying to scare me, trying to rob me or whatever. Stay strapped or get capped. George Washington, probably. Looks pretty good to me. As you can see, I just put a tack weld about every 2 inches. And I'm gonna go along and connect those dots, but I'm gonna skip. I'll like weld this one and then come way over here and weld this one and then come to the other side, etc. Just, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna keep it cool. I don't wanna bend the housing, so it's gonna take a while, but had to tack them first. I'm gonna show you something funny about welding. You know how they say to get in a good position and all of that. I just welded the back. I was in the most contorted position and I got some really good welds. On the front, where it's easily accessible, I got one trash weld. Here, I'll show you. All right, so here's the welds on the back. And here's my weld on the front. I can't even color in the lines. It's a jank show. But anyways, I just thought you'd think that was funny. I'm gonna get my grinder out and I'm gonna get the flapper disc and I'm gonna clean all that up. It's still pretty hot to the touch, so I'm gonna leave this thing, 10, 15 minutes, let it cool down. And then I'm just gonna sit here and stitch this across. I'll do 2 in the back and 2 in the front, let it cool and just keep messing around with it until I get it welded up. I've only got a few more welds left. Let's check these out. I got that one left right there and one up here, and I got a couple on the back. You know the deal. Just do a little weld, move, do another little weld, go take a break, drink some ice water. You know how we do it. Looks like one of them trucks in North Carolina. What do they call that, squatting or something like that? We had a homeless camp right over there on that side of town that started a forest fire a couple days ago, and it's been real smoky here. You can normally see the mountains all right there, but can't even see them. It's so smoky and nasty right now. I'm gonna wrap this up. Got a couple more welds to do, and I'll show you what it looks like whenever I'm done. I'll show you this gimbal thing. Gambrel? The heck do you call these things? My wife got it for me for Christmas, and it follows you around. It's pretty neat. Maybe the quality of my videos will be a little bit better. Yoot! I like this little thing. It follows me. A whole new one! Todd Anderson's probably gonna be upset whenever he sees that. Keeps everything really stable. This ain't the worst that I've ever done. Told you, not a welder, but I can melt metal together. All right, guys, that's about a wrap. I got it all welded up. I didn't weld those little gussets on the bottom by the knuckleballs. I got to looking at it, and I'll have to do that later. Just because of the way that my spring perches and stuff are welded on there. It's gonna be a task getting inside there to weld them in. But anyways, as I've said a few times in this video, I am not a welder, but I can melt metal together good enough to do what I need to do. So don't hate the player, hate the game. I don't claim to be a fabricator, but I'm out there doing welding. I'm out there living my best life, doing the things that I need to do to be able to get off road. So just like the rest of y'all, in my garage, doing my thing. So my dad would be proud. He's a welding inspector. He'd be like, he talks like Hank Hill. He'd be like, well, I'll tell you, Clint, that's a really good job on that welding you did there. Anyways, I'm gonna go put some paint on this and try to get a cool shot for the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching my video. Like, share, subscribe, do the things y'all do. I appreciate everybody who's watching. What do you think of this new gimbal, however you say it? Gimbal? Is it gimbal? What do y'all think of that? Follows me around. It's pretty neat. Got a new phone. Living my best life. Baller. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Thanks for watching my video. See y'all later. What's that? A grinder and paint make me the welder I ain't? That's totally me. Woo-wee. Boy, look at that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.